Hello. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another walk with me. I absolutely love these videos because one, they're easy to edit and film, but two, because a lot of times this is when some of my just like deepest thoughts come out, and I really just want to encourage and share what's on my mind. And I have a lot on my mind, so tune in, walk with me as well, because that's really what I want to encourage you to do, is just get out and move your body, take a breather from the day-to-day. It is so needed and it's so underrated, but walking is just such a therapeutic experience, okay? It really is, just getting out of your regular environment. If you're feeling stressed at work or at home, or wherever, like if you have a chance to step outside, even if it's just a quick 10-minute walk around the block or something, like it just really helps to lift moods and to just kind of inspire new thoughts. And I personally really like it because it really allows me to connect with God in a different way, which I appreciate. So I always look forward to my weekly walks. If I don't do anything else, I do like to at least get out once a week and do like a 30 to 45-minute walk. And it's always just a nice way to start the day off. So yeah, but the weather has definitely calmed down, y'all. Like, it feels so good out here. It's not even 70 yet. It's 8 something in the morning. And yeah, it's like 65 degrees. So I'm loving this weather. It feels really good. And I'm excited because my favorite season is approaching. Fall, I love it so much. And my favorite part of it is really like the leaves changing, but I just love the vibes of fall, the coziness, and just the warmth that the season brings with all of the holidays. And I know sometimes this time of year is not like the same joyful feeling for everybody, but I just try to lean into, because there have been seasons like where we've been alone for the holidays, and it's been very different from like what it was when I was growing up. So I've definitely experienced like the holidays not being that exciting, but at the end of the day, I'm always just grateful for the people that I'm around, you know, and grateful to see another holiday. And yeah, but I was really thinking a lot about like the seasons changing and life, and how it's so easy for us to get wrapped up in the now, but there's always something different coming down the line, you know. And while I was walking, I actually saw this like huge flock of birds, and they were going, I'm like, are they going south? More south? I'm already in south, but are they going more south for the winter? Like, it was just cool. Like, it was a ton of them. And it just got me thinking. I'm like, you know, you don't have to stay in the same place. You know, the birds, they're not staying in the same place. If you are feeling like it's time for a change, if you're feeling like, you know, I've been stagnant for a while and I'm ready to feel differently, I'm ready to look different, I'm ready to embrace something new, like, this is your sign, your ticket, your permission, your encouragement, whatever you need, your door opening to your mind of just like, you know, pray about it, really seek God on what it is that you are hoping for. But girl, go for it, okay? We are coming up on the end of another year, and there is no better time than the present to do something new, do something different, get back into something that you used to love. Like, embrace that change, embrace the seasons changing, use it as an opportunity to see it as a new chance for you to do something different, to be different, right? To close a door on something, set new boundaries, like whatever it is, because we all have different things that bother us or different things that we desire. And even for me, like as I am preparing to become a mom of 2 this winter, you know, I always be like, okay, my ears be on perk, okay, for crazy noises and stuff. Because this is like a development, but they're building, so should be making sure anybody creeping in these houses and nothing, okay, y'all? But even for me, like as I'm approaching I'm already in my 6th trimester, but approaching becoming a mom of 2, I know that change is on the horizon. Whether I want it to happen or not, like life is constantly going, and it's up to me to do the necessary work that I have to do in order to basically embrace it, right? To be prepared for it. And so instead of like running away from it and living in anxiety, living in the fear that I do have, of the unknown and the unexpected, I'm really trying to fall into that feeling of it being the first time of something new, being at the beginning of a new chapter. And it just reminds me so much of fall, because like we are getting into a new chapter now. I've been so tired of being hot. I'm ready for some changes. And now the changes are coming. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the cooler weather. I'm grateful for the new things that fall brings. And I feel like it's the same for new dreams and new ideas. And just a new you, right? I think what it really makes me think of is I have this acronym that I created a couple years ago called the INSPIRE acronym. And every letter, of course, represents something inspiring, right? Something encouraging. And one of the I's in that acronym is increase. And I think sometimes we can feel like, and maybe we're happy, maybe you're comfortable where you are. Maybe you do find joy in the things you have, but somewhere in you, you're craving something a little bit different. You're craving some change. And some people can beat themselves up about that. They can feel like, well, what more could I really want, right? And so increase is basically just saying like, no, like you are worthy of more in your life. You're worthy of wanting more, of feeling like you are valuable for more. It's not so much about being greedy or feeling like you need it all, but it's just more so like, no, like you can have that, right? Like God wants the best for you anyway. So embrace that, pray about it and see what it is that you really need to be leaning into. That's why I really love my channel so much, because I was actually talking about on the last live that I did, I had shared like my story about just like getting into my business. And specifically on that one, I was talking about making my planners for the first time and how I really never saw myself like making them by hand and all of that stuff. Which, by the way, if you are interested in making a handmade planner or a journal, you need to check out the Handmade Masterclass, okay? It has been completely revamped, and I have added all new things to it. I've just given it a facelift. I've added in new videos, new resources, kind of just really, it's so good, and it's so fitting for what I'm talking about, which I'll get back to in a second, because that may be something for someone, where you are like, I really desire to make something like that. I would love to create a planner or a journal or some type of product that can uplift people or help people or unlock something for them. And you just have a couple things standing in the way. Like, lean into that. Even if it's not my class, not my course, lean into something that will allow you to get to that next step. Like, don't allow yourself to stay stuck. Use the birds, getting up and leaving. They're like, it's cold, we about to go, okay? Use the seasons changing. Things that just show you that, like, you cannot stay in the same place for too long, okay? You cannot stay stuck. Don't let it be 3 or 4 years and you're still like, I never did look into that. I never did make that call. I never did sign up for that course or get that coach. Like, whatever it might be, don't stay stuck. Like, that's the whole point of seasons, right? Like, we can be in a season of doubt or a season of uncertainty for a little bit, but we can't let that be our whole truth. We can't let that be the end of the story. But yeah, so check that out. The links are down below. And I'm mentioning that because on that live, I was talking about the course, but I was also sharing about like my personal story of just like how I never saw myself making planners by hand. But as I leaned into the process in that season, as I leaned into it, I started to realize that like what I wanted, how I envisioned it to be, it just wasn't really adding up to what I was getting as a result from my research and stuff. And because of that, I really wanted to figure out a different way. Like I wanted to create something for women that was customizable, you know, like I could add their name on it, and I wanted to be able to do it my way, and I wanted them to be able to pick from all these covers. And it was a lot of limitations with the research that I was doing and like getting it made by someone else. And at the time, you know, I didn't have the space or really the money to invest in that much inventory either. And so I decided to go the handmade route because I feel like God had kind of placed some familiar things in my life before I knew I was going to do this. Like I had some of the equipment already. I had some of the tools. I had experience in using some of these things, but it never clicked to me that I would be using these items to make planners, right? That was like a big dream of mine. It was something that kind of felt almost untouchable. And so when I decided to do them by hand, it was like a whole new experience. It was frustrating at times. Like there were times where I wanted to give up, but I was like, no, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to stick it through. And I'm so grateful that I did, because now there's a course that exists because of it. Now there are literally hundreds of women that have signed up for it and have been able to do the same thing. And it's like, if I wouldn't have taken that step, all of those blessings and just different things that I weren't even thinking about, weren't on my radar, they wouldn't have ever happened if I would have just stayed stuck in the thought of like, oh, it'd be cool to make a planner one day, but I just don't have the resources. And then I just kind of stayed in that. Like that would suck. I'm so glad that I didn't stay stuck. Like, even though it was scary and frustrating and unknown, like, I'm glad that I chose to let the season change for me. And it kind of threw me into this whole new realm of things. And then even like I was saying too, like, I didn't know that I didn't have a desire to become a coach or to make courses and do a lot of what I do now. That wasn't really on my radar. You know, like I just wanted to make planners. And so it's just really cool to see how one decision can be the step away from like this really amazing blessing that you just don't even know is around the corner for you. And so I just encourage you in that, because it could just be that one thing that you are waiting to do. And that could be it. You know, that could be the moment in your life where you are on a path to do one thing, but then it takes you in a whole different direction just because you were obedient to the call, okay? The call, and you're committed to it, and you decide that even though this is scary and I don't really know what I'm doing, because quite frankly, for most days, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? But I'm going to go for it anyway. And yeah, I love that. There's this song that, so I'm actually excited because I'm going to be going to a conference very, very soon. And they have like a playlist going on right now. It's actually the Women Evolve conference. Okay. Like, I'm so excited. And they have a playlist going on right now for fasting for 40 days. I didn't actually participate in the fast, but I have been downloading and saving all of the songs from the fast in a playlist. And y'all, the songs are so good, but there's this one song on there. It's called Hunger. I'm going to link it below because it's such a good song. And there's this one part in the song where the girl is just like, it's kind of like towards the middle of the song, maybe like a little bit past the middle. And she's just like, and I don't really know the words specifically, but I know at one point it's like she kind of like breaks it down and it's just saying like, you know, is it ever too much after all these years to still want more, to still be desperate, to still be, you know, like yearning for things from God? Like, the song's called Hunger. And then she just like breaks out in this like beautiful, just falsetto, like just this beautiful, I want more, I want more. And it's like, yes, I do want more. I want more of God. I want more joy. I want more peace. I want more excitement. I want more love and life and health and just more abundance in my life. Like, I want more of that. And so I just felt that so much. Like, I literally teared up the first time I heard it. And like, I play it almost every day now because it's just, like, I love those things that just gives like a good energy, you know? But, so yeah, that's all I got. that's what's on my mind today, and I wanted to share it with you. But you are worthy of more, okay? You're worthy of more, and go for that. Like, whatever it may be, go for it. It's never too late to try. It's never too late. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Thanks for walking with me. If you do like to walk like I do, definitely comment down below. What are kind of like your things you like? Do you have like essentials for walking? Do you have specific playlists or things you like to listen to? Like, just share them down below with us so we can all get encouraged and make our walks better, because I wish we all could just walk together. Like, that would be a dream of mine. Maybe one day I can make that happen. We can do like a walk together. But anyway, until then, I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.